Hi, everybody. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. Moments away, it'll be the Houston Rockets going up against the Minnesota Timberwolves. This is Brian Anderson at the table with basketball royalty. Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. Allie LaForce, our reporter. And a look at Minnesota's opening lineup. McDaniels at the 3 with Randall at the 4. Conley and Edwards make up the backcourt. And it's Gobert in at the 5. And for Houston, Van Vliet runs the show with Thompson to his side. Katie and Smith, the lengthy duo at forward. And it's Şengün in at the center position. Well, two of the best guards in the league going at it today, Grant. Is there a bit of bragging rights on the line?
You know, maybe not for the players themselves, BA. But the fans will absolutely use this game as evidence when they argue why their guy is the best.
Now here's Conley. Outside for Randall. Picked by Gobert. 6 to shoot. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It goes on Fred Van Vliet.
Trying so hard to contest that shot. Got a piece of Gobert there.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And you know, with his free throw percentage being where it was last season, it changed the way teams defended him. I mean, there were no easy baskets. He was going to get fouled anytime he got near the rim. They were going to make him earn his points at the line.
And he drops the first. And Clark, one thing this Rockets team is known for is their ferocity on the backboards.
Yeah, they were terrific retrieving their own misses, and they played with a grit and a toughness that I thought belied the team's youth, and that's a good foundation to build on. You've got tough-minded young players that are only going to get better. Keep an eye on this Rockets team.
It's both from the stripe. Many players have size. So what makes Rudy Gobert such a good interior defender, Clark?
Well, size is part of it, clearly, B.A., but timing is the big thing, and then awareness, recognition of what the situations are and being able to adjust your body position accordingly, and then anticipation. I mean, timing and anticipation, awareness, those are the things that make really good defenders.
And Minnesota with possession here after Houston's three-pointer on the other end. The kick out to Conley. Pass to Edwards. Slams it in.
Boy, how about the strength of Edwards, confident at taking on defenders and finishing.
First quarter, just over a minute played. Smith outside. Now here's Şengün. Van Vliet outside. Pass to Durant. Let's go with a 3. Randall pulls down the board. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
A bit ago, Ime Udoka and I were able to chat. He was complimentary of his opponent, Anthony Edwards. Coach told me Ant is a special player in terms of his athleticism, skill, and his mindset. He approaches each matchup with an aggressiveness that we need to try and match. Back to you.
Great work, Allie. Thanks.
This is what the team relies on Gobert for, clearing the glass and finishing the play.
Outside Durant. Pass to Smith. Van Vliet on the wing. Houston working the ball around. Thompson outside. Shoots over Randall. Thompson, no good. The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Here's McDaniels. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Strong work inside by the 6'9" Jaden McDaniels, showing how effective he can be down there.
Şengün passes to Van Vliet. The 3, Durant. It's rebounded by Minnesota.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Randall outside. And the call will be against Fred Van Vliet. That's foul number 2 for him. Houston making some changes. Eason's checked in for Kevin Durant, and it's Shepherd in for Fred Van Vliet.
Shepherd.
And in the first quarter, about 3 minutes played.
2 minutes.
Randall, pass to Gobert. Down to 5 on the shot clock. McDaniels from long range. The rebound by Shepherd. Rockets trail by 5. Pass to Thompson. Back to Smith. Now Şengün. Here's Shepherd. Thompson outside. To win the drought. Houston with another miss. Minnesota leading by 5. Outside McDaniels. Pass to Conley. Here's Randall. Conley, a screen on Smith. Smith against Randall. Three-pointer off the mark. Houston has gone 1 of 4 from deep. Smith left side for 3. McDaniels with the rebound. And here's McDaniels. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. Outside Edwards for 3. Randall. It's rebounded by Şengün. Rockets trail by 5. Offensively, it's been a struggle for them.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Pick by Smith. Thompson outside. With the drive. Rebound Minnesota.
Give the defense credit there. Normally, that's 2 points.
Randall, the pass to Edwards. Over Thompson. The Timberwolves again can't hit. And so the first quarter is in the books. It's Minnesota leading by 5. Let's take a quick break, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And when you consider how Minnesota is doing, guys, your thoughts?
Give it up for their D. They're battling, communicating, and coming up with key stops.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
They've got Dorian Finney-Smith, Aaron Holiday out there with Kevin Durant. Then it's Clint Capella, and it's Eason in at the 3 slot. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Rockets. Minnesota leading by 3. Well, we have a chance to hear from Shams Charania. He's calling in right now. Shams, great to have you on, bud.
Well, a new ownership group taking over for the Timberwolves. There remains a commitment to continuity on the basketball side. And while creating a replacement for the league's second oldest arena is a priority, they've made it clear their commitment is to remain in Minnesota.
You'd love to hear it. All right, Shams, thank you for the report. Eason. No good. That would have tied it.
Hey, it was a good look, one he normally capitalizes on.
Shot from the wing, and Edwards the bucket on the assist by DiVincenzo.
And with the way he can rise, Edwards able to get that shot off anytime.
Durant against Edwards. Spins. Outside Eason. Here's the 3. Miller pulls it in. A minute and a half gone in the second quarter. DiVincenzo, the pass to Miller. Here's Shannon, defended by Eason. Miller can't get it to go.
That's a look he couldn't pass up. He just couldn't get it to go.
Outside Holiday, the 3 ball. It's rebounded by Anthony Edwards. Minnesota leading by 5. DiVincenzo on the wing. Reed, a screen on Eason. The kick out to Edwards. Pass to Shannon. Clock at 6. And the 3-pointer goes. Shannon's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Too much space on the perimeter. There needs to be a little more energy from the defense.
The Rockets have gotten nothing to go out of 5 attempts so far this quarter. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Hey guys, Anthony Edwards is truly a superstar on the rise. He said, quote, "People forget how young I am. I'm not even touching my prime yet. I'm just trying to get more efficient as every year goes by." Guys?
A star on the rise. Allie, thanks for the report. Rockets will go for a different look here. Alperen Şengün's checked in for Capella. Smith comes in for Finney-Smith. Thompson, he's checked in for Eason. And Van Vliet is subbed in for Holiday. And then for Minnesota, Rudy Gobert's checked in for Miller. Jaden McDaniels comes in for Shannon. And Conley subbed in for DiVincenzo. And stolen by Edwards. All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. Stolen by Van Vliet. Back comes Houston in transition. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
I like how Thompson put pressure on the D, taking it strong near the hole.
Grant, you are a Hall of Fame small forward, so you know a bit about the position. What's key in excelling at the three?
Well, BA, you have to be able to space the floor. We almost never see a 3 or even 4 who can't make threes. And on the other end, lots of times you're matched up with quick guards.
That free throw is good from Thompson. And it's exceptional, the level of commitment that Ime Udoka has inspired from this Rockets team, Grant.
Yeah, BA. I mean, he's a player's coach, but very demanding, and he holds everyone accountable. It's all about professionalism and purpose.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Randall is checked in. And Grant, this defense of the Timberwolves, one of the league's stingiest.
Well, if you look up and down their lineup, not many weak links for opponents to target. And then, of course, you've got 4-time Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Gobert, on that back line. BA, they're tough.
Now here's McDaniels. And stolen by Durant. Down low. Here's Smith. Oh, rejected by McDaniels.
McDaniels is perhaps the best wing defender in the league, guys, showing us why right there.
Count it.
Hey, it's typically a positive for this offense when he's assertive and looking to score.
Şengün, a screen on McDaniels. Tries a 10-footer. Durant, so effective inside.
Nice handles, tight handles, fluid handles, right into a shooting motion. Durant able to do everything on the offensive end.
Here's Gobert. It's Edwards on the wing, defended by Thompson. 6 on the shot clock. And there's the rejection.
Lots of athleticism for the long center. Şengün getting it done.
Pass to Durant. Back to Şengün. It's blocked by Gobert. And so it looks like it'll be Houston's ball. It's time to take a glance again at that superb block.
What a play. I mean, that'll have the offense thinking twice about taking shots in his presence.
Eason's checked in for Houston. Five to shoot. The shot misses. McDaniels with some nice D. Pass to Conley. Outside Edwards. Good ball movement here by Minnesota. Randall, good.
Doesn't have the great length, but Randall with the attitude to beat up guys on the inside.
And so it's Van Vliet with it. He brings it up for the Rockets. 8-point game. And here's Easton. Pass to Şengün. Over Gobert. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And here's Edwards. And again, it's Minnesota converting.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves earning this break in the action, up 10. A big difference in shooting percentages. That's why they lead. More 2K action in just a moment.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Runs. Here the men bring up the shot. Someone left the window open. One more time, a round of applause
we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. Boy, you gotta like what we're seeing from Anthony Edwards.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
You know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Rockets trail by 10. A streamlined rebuild for the Rockets. In 2021, they trade away James Harden. 4 years later, the #2 seed in the West, Graham.
Yeah, and they haven't shortchanged their future either. Sure, they've added key veterans, but the bulk of their roster is still very young with room to grow.
On the court for Minnesota, Randall and Gobert are in the middle. Edwards is the 2, McDaniels the 3. And it's Conley in at the point guard position. And the call will be against Fred VanVleet. That's his 3rd foul so far. Here's Randall. Left side Conley. Lets a 3 fly. Sinks it from distance. Conley's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Hey, Brian. The Rockets have brought in the right veterans. Coach Ime Udoka said, quote, their approach rubbed off on our entire team. We can only teach so much, but you have to have guys that have carved out their niche in the league with that edge and that defensive mentality. It was invaluable for our team. Guys, back over to you.
They've got that grit. Thank you, Allie. Thompson outside. They double him with McDaniels. VanVleet on the wing. Shot clock at 6. Thompson finds Şengün. There's the 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Randall with it. Outside McDaniels. Gobert with a screen on Durant. McDaniels passes to Edwards. Down it goes. Edwards for 3.
And, you know, succeeding in the catch-and-shoot game will really help Edwards set up his drives to the hoop.
2 minutes into the second half of play now. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
VanVleet outside. Back to Durant. 4-3. The shot off that time.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
An area of the floor where Jaden McDaniels really excels. Defense.
Yeah, he's a strong perimeter defender. He's got great length, good anticipation, and he's competitive. I mean, those are the things that allow him to shut guys down on occasion.
Now here's Durant. He's got 5. On the wing, Thompson. Fires the 3. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Pass to Conley. A shot from the mid-range. No luck on that one. And here's Thompson. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Houston working the ball around. Şengün passes to VanVleet. Here's Durant. 3-pointer. Edwards pulls it in. Over Smith. Edwards can't hit. Rockets trail by 14. Thompson passes to VanVleet. Smith with a screen on Conley. Back to Thompson. Back to VanVleet. The 3 hits a 3-pointer. VanVleet's got 5 points now in the quarter.
VanVleet has a quick trigger at the arc. He's not one to hesitate, not when he's got a shot like that.
1:09 left in the third quarter. And Chris Finch wants a timeout. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Rockets will go for a different look here. Finney Smith's checked in for Smith. Eason comes in for Durant. Okogie's checked in for Amen Thompson. And it's Shepard in for Van Vliet. And a new group getting ready for the Timberwolves. Reed's checked in for Gobert. Clark comes in for McDaniels. Shannon's checked in for Edwards. And it's DiVincenzo in for Mike Conley. Now here's Randall. 6 to shoot. Out to DiVincenzo. Off the mark there with a 3. Rockets trail by 11. Okogie, the pass to Eason. Now Finney Smith to the inside. And Şengün gets it to go.
Excellent in the screen and roll. Şengün with a wide base and natural strength, and he makes excellent decisions with the ball.
.30 seconds left in the third. Now here's Randall. And here's Clark for 3. It's rebounded by Şengün. Şengün's got 5 rebounds in the game. And it's Eason penetrating. Outside Finney Smith. Pass to Okogie. Over Reed. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. Defense is setting the tone. Back after this. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that, Don. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Tari Eason is out there with Dorian Finney-Smith. Then it's Clint Capella. Then there's Kevin Durant. And it's Crawford in at the 2-guard spot. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. Nice shot by DiVincenzo.
Rise and fire. DiVincenzo does not lack confidence, going right up with the shot.
To the wing on the left. Here's Eason. That's good. And so Durant with the assist.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Now here's Edwards. Pass to Reed. 3-pointer. He can't get that one to fall. Rockets trail by 9. Durant on the move. About 1 minute played here in the fourth quarter. Here's Crawford. DiVincenzo with the steal. Out left to the wing. Here's Shannon. And some very quick points for him on that possession. And the Timberwolves lead by 11.
There's the unselfishness you like to see in a guard. DiVincenzo keeping his eyes up and his options open.
Here's Durant. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
Great use of the screen. That's how you practice it and draw it up.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for Minnesota.
Well, you know, throughout this game, they've shot the ball extremely well from downtown. Their shooters are getting open and letting it fly.
Yeah, and their team-first approach is another thing you have to like. And they've had great ball movement and are getting a lot of points off assists.
Making a switch here. Van Vliet's checked in. The Timberwolves also with a sub. Gobert's checked in. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, during that last break, I heard Ime Udoka as he talked with the team. Coach wanted to see more urgency when it came to closing out on shooters. He said, quote, right now we're jogging at them on the perimeter. It needs to be a sprint to run them off the line. We'll see if the guys have it in them.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. Shot clock at 5. Reed to screen on Durant. Here's Edwards. Easton pulls it in. Rockets trail by 8. Van Vliet on the wing. Pass to Capella. Edwards against Durant. Outside Van Vliet. Puts up the tray. Oh, it's off. Minnesota has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Outside Reed. Beyond the arc. It's money from deep.
Reed has a pretty proficient three-point shot. He's a big guy who loves to stretch the floor, too.
Outside Finney-Smith. Oh, and Reed with a block. Oh, it's stolen by Easton. Finney-Smith inside. Reed defending. Banks it home. Big shot.
Good work from Finney-Smith down low, putting his size and reach to good use.
Minnesota leading by 9. And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. Making some changes. Alper and Şengün's checked in for Capella. Smith comes in for Finney-Smith. And it's Amin Thompson in for Eason. And then for Minnesota, Randall, he's checked in for Reed. Jaden McDaniels comes in for Shannon. And Mike Conley is subbed in for DiVincenzo. Now Randall. McDaniels outside. Outside Gobert. Clock at 6. Randall outside from deep three-point land. It's cleared away by Thompson.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
Now here's Edwards. Outside Conley. Randall outside. Outside Conley, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Randall.
Look, the intentions were good. I like the unselfishness, but the execution, a lot to be desired.
Van Vliet scanning the floor. 1:07 left in the game. Can't get the 3.
Really good shot contest there. It made it tough for the shooter.
The Timberwolves have got 3 of 6 shots to go in this fourth quarter. Here's Edwards. Shoots a 3. Şengün pulls it down. 44 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Oh, missed on the tray. And so Randall will bring it up for Minnesota. Now Gobert. Gobert with a screen on Smith. Now Gobert. Oh, he jammed it.
They really came in with the right mindset today. I can guarantee you their flight home will be filled with some smiles.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exits.
One shot.
And that one misses. And a comeback here looking very unlikely.
Absolutely everything would have to go their way at this point.
Cleared away by Reed. And so it's Minnesota easily grabbing this one. Exceptional effort on the road. They were ready and they were focused.
Focused indeed. I mean, it takes a strong mental approach to block out the distractions. These guys stepped up 100%.
And Allie LaForce has something for us on the sidelines. Hey, Allie.
Rudy, you guys came to play tonight. Can you talk about the motivation right from the opening tip?
We just wanted to have a good defensive game, come out ready and make sure we communicate and run back, because these guys are very talented and we did a great job.
The communication paid off. Thanks so much.
All right, thanks, Allie. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Allie LaForce, Clark Kellogg, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson saying thank you for watching the NBA, brought to you by 2K Sports. And let's reveal our player of the game, Anthony Edwards.